All right, today we're taking a deep dive into an online education platform called Roopika Academy. Now, they make a pretty bold claim that the age of traditional schools is totally over, and they've got the key to the future. So what we're going to do is break down their whole model using only their materials to see what they're really all about. Let's jump in.
So, right out of the gate, Roopika Academy is not messing around. This is one of the first things you see, a declaration that, yep, the entire system of schools and colleges that we all know, it's obsolete. I mean, that is a huge claim to make. So you have to ask, what's their argument for something so dramatic?
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We're going to look at their core premise, the very foundation of their argument, and the history they lay out to back up this idea that brick-and-mortar education is a thing of the past.
So what's their big aha moment? Well, it all comes down to this number, 1.37 billion. According to them, that's how many students across 138 countries had their education completely upended by the pandemic. For Roopika Academy, this wasn't just some crisis. It was a moment the old system just broke.
And this slide really shows you how they see it. The pandemic basically forced the entire world into this giant, unplanned experiment in remote learning. Everyone's suddenly on Zoom or Google Meet. In their view, this wasn't just a temporary fix. No, for them it was definitive proof that a whole new model was ready and waiting to take over for good.
But what's really interesting is how they frame themselves in all this. See, they're not some new company just trying to cash in on a trend. They lay out this history that goes way, way back. Skill development in '99, online education starting in 2002, and even a mobile app back in 2014. They're basically making the case that, hey, we saw this coming, we were ahead of the curve the whole time.
Okay, so we've heard their argument for why the future has to be online. But who is this actually for? Let's dig into their mission now and see exactly who they're trying to reach.
And here it is, their mission statement right from their own materials. The phrase that just jumps out at you is, individuals left behind. This is so important. They're not trying to go head-to-head with Harvard or your local state university. They are explicitly targeting a group of people they believe the current system has completely failed.
And this visual, it really just sums it all up, doesn't it? They see themselves as that bridge. You've got someone's raw potential over on one side, and then you have all these real-world opportunities on the other. And Roopika Academy, they're the structure in the middle, filled with skills and training that connects the two. Then you look at their vision statement, and it takes this whole idea global. They want to be a leader in what they call transformational education, specifically for the marginalized and overlooked, a group they actually call the left-outs. It's all about giving them a real path to succeed. So we've got the why, and we've got the who. That leaves the what. What in the world are they actually offering people? Let's dive into their program catalog. Okay, so they lay out their core offerings in these 5 pillars. It's really meant to be a full circle approach, You get the training, you get the certifications, and then they say they help with placements. And their target audience? Well, as they put it, everyone. Yep, with 2 exclamation points. And when you actually look at their course catalog, wow, the diversity is really something. I mean, on one hand, you've got a 1-year certificate in physiotherapy, and right next to it, a 4-week course on being a tourist guide in Kashmir. They even offer 10th grade exams. The pricing is all over the map, with these huge discounts listed everywhere. It really makes you wonder, what's the thread that connects all these different programs? Now, certification is obviously a huge piece of their puzzle. They state that their certificates are approved by the SARC Skill Development and Certification Council. And yes, you're seeing that right on the screen. It's spelled COINCIL. We're just presenting it exactly as they do. All right, so we've seen the programs, but who's actually running the show here? Let's take a look at the people behind the Academy and the success stories they're using to prove their whole approach works. Their website introduces us to 2 key leaders. First up, the founder and chairman, Jawaharlal Raina, who's described as a pioneer, leader, and frontrunner in skill development. And then you have the CEO and director, Dr. Sonia Rapti, who's described as a celebrity naturopathy specialist. It's definitely an interesting combination of expertise for an educational academy.
And this is what they present as their ultimate proof of concept. The CEO, Dr. Rapti, was apparently a student with them all the way back in her school days, so her journey from student to CEO is positioned as the #1 success story, the ultimate example of their model in action. They offer up other examples too. They spotlight a student named Ketan Kajuria, who they say finished his 12th grade through their council and then landed a job with a leading manufacturing company. It's another one of those stories meant to draw a straight line from their program directly to a career.
Okay, so let's put all of these pieces together now. For this final section, we're going to step back and look at the complete picture of the Roopika Academy model, at least as they present it to the world.
This chart really lays out their entire ecosystem. It's not just about selling one-off courses. The way they present it, it's a complete cycle. You start with skill development, you get certified, and then, in theory, they help you with job placement at the very end. It's designed to be this full-circle, all-in-one model.
And their ambitions? They are clearly thinking big. Their website lists a pretty wide area of operation. It covers most of South Asia, and then, kind of surprisingly, it stretches all the way into Europe, with Romania on the list.
And really, this brings us right back to their core promise. Everything we've looked at, the super diverse courses, the certifications, the promise of job support, it's all designed to serve one central purpose: to empower the people they call the left out and help them rise above their limitations to find success.
So what we've seen is Roopika's Academy's vision for the future of education, one that's all about practical skills, wide-open access, and getting a job. But looking at their story leaves us with a much bigger question to chew on. In this digital world that's just expanding like crazy, what does a truly transformative education actually look like?